Hello, today we are talking about task 4 and using the midpoint formula. So I'm actually going to do two problems here. The first one I'm going to do is to find the midpoint between the restrooms and the gift shop, which if we look should be somewhere over here. And hopefully when we do our math that we end up getting something like that. Okay, and then I believe I'm going to do water slide 2 to water slide 3 on this. Again, your map's going to look different than this. That's totally fine. I'm just showing you examples of how to do that. And I'm going to use the Equatio again as well to do this assignment. So I'm going to go into my second slide where I have my ordered pairs set up. Okay, and I have the equation here. All right. So essentially what we're doing to find the midpoint is essentially we're just finding the average of the two x values we're going to be using. X1 plus X2 divided by 2, and then the average Y values, and that'll again average is a middle tendency, so that'll find the middle of those two values, and then that'll be our midpoint. These sub m's just mean midpoint if you're looking at the worksheet and you're not sure what that means. It's just the X value midpoint and the Y value midpoint. So let's get started. So we're doing, let me look again. We're doing restroom to gift shop, which are these two guys here, restroom, -8, -5. So -8, -5 for the restroom. And I just want to make sure my points are right. The gift shop is 13.8. So there's 10, 11, 12, 13, up 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we're good there. So we're going to use those values to make this. So if I look back on here, my restroom will do the X values first. So I could do 13 plus -8. So I'm going to go into here. I'll get rid of that. I'm going to do 13 plus, plus -8. I'm going to hit the divide button and that, so I think I might have to do that early on. So if I hit divide right away, I get that vertical fraction and I'll type the numerator, 13 plus -8 divided by 2. All right, and I'm going to put a little comma here. I'm going to hit the divide key again, and that gives me my vertical fraction. And then my other one looks to be 8 plus -5. 8 plus -5 divided by 2. I'm going to insert that just like we did last time. Boom. I have my midpoint set up. 13 plus -8, or 13 minus 8, is 5 over 2. So really now that I have this set up, I can just type 5 over 2. And then here, 8 plus -5 is 3. Oops. 3 over 2. I'm going to hit insert math. Drag him over. Whoops, a little early. Patience. And then just because we're graphing it, I'm going to convert those. 5/2 is 2.5. And 3/2 is 1.5. Probably didn't need to do that in Equatio, but why not? Boom. Bring him down. Slide him over. Now, if I look, 2.5, 1.5 is my ordered pair for the midpoint of the restroom to the gift shop. So this is the work you would have if you're just going to type it out. This is the work you'd have in that task 4 worksheet, just something like this. And then maybe, I guess I could probably do, if I'm turning it in on something like this, insert a text box, and I might just put for this area, okay, boom. So that I have the work for that. I'm going to check just to see how that looks. 2.5, 1, 2.5, up 1.5. I'd say we are good, and I might even want to, let's see how this works in Google Slides. Insert, actually I think there's shapes right here. We'll do a circle, and at 2.5, 1.5 is about yay. And I'm going to give that a fill of blue, just so it sticks out. If I click off of that Yeah, I mean, it's not a perfect circle. It's kind of in the right spot. It looks to be essentially the midpoint. I think we're good there. And now we're going to go water slide 1 to water slide 2. I'm going to insert a line here. I'm going to go from here to here. Should be good. And then you can make that a little thicker. I think the last one it was 4. And I think they liked red. But I mean, it doesn't matter what color you choose. So there's that, and now I'm looking the midpoints probably somewhere in here. Let's check the math and make sure. I'm going to squeeze it in right here. So this is the restroom to gift shop. I'm going to Control C, Control V that, bring him down, and I'll do, whoops, Control Z will undo that mistake. Not letting me click, can I delete? No, well, all right, I'm just going to do it this way. Insert text box. We'll put it here, and I'll try to squeeze everything in there. And that was going to be water slide 1 to water slide. Actually, it was 2 to 3. Boom. 2 to 3. I'm going to check the map and make sure that's correct. I don't like how big that is, so I'm going to resize it. There we go. I don't want it messing with my other pictures and things like that. I should have room right here. So going back into here, and actually I do want to make sure from my map that I had that right. Yeah, 2 to 3. All right, so we're good. Water slide 2 to 3. I'll just kind of put the work here. I guess I could maybe squeeze him in over here. It doesn't look terrible. And then I'll put this one back here. So fraction bar to start. And if I'm looking at that sheet here, I can actually see them both here. So negative 12 plus 8. So the addition of the x values. Negative 12 plus 8 over 2, comma, and then again, fraction bar. And it looks like we're doing, where are we at here? 0 plus negative 14. 0 plus negative 14 divided by 2. If you're good at switching those signs in your head right away, obviously feel free to do that. That's totally fine with me. So I'm going to hit insert math. Get rid of this guy to see where he put him down there. Actually pretty good size too, so boom. All right, go back in. And again, the nice thing is it's already here for you, so you just got to do this math. Negative 12 plus 8, that's a war, and the negatives are going to win, so it's a subtraction problem, so it's going to be negative 4 over 2, and then 0 plus negative 14 or 0 minus 14 is negative 14. So I'm going to insert that one too. Bring down my Quotio, boom, and then I'm just going to simplify those quickly. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2, and this is going to be negative 7. Boom. Insert. Get rid of him. And we'll make sure that looks okay. Negative 2, negative 7. So we're going to go back to our slide here. Negative 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That does look pretty good. I'll insert one of those circles again. Boom, at about that spot. And I'll format it so that it's got a fill. We'll make it blue again. That should be good. Boom. So that is how you're going to work the midpoint problems for task 4. I hope this video helps, and we'll see you guys next time.